There's a moment, just before dawn, when the world is still, the air is thick with anticipation, and a low, wide shape erupts from silence with a sound so pure, so electrifying, it feels like the earth itself splits open. This isn't just an engine. It's a symphony. A 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, hand-built in Germany, now fused with a high-output electric motor, roaring to life with a crackle of British fury and futuristic precision. This is the all-new Aston Martin Valhalla. Not just a supercar, but a myth made real. Over 1,000 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. A design so aggressive, so sculpted, it looks like it was forged in lightning. This isn't just Aston Martin's answer to the Ferrari SF90 or the Lamborghini Revuelto. It's their declaration that the soul of a Grand Tourer can survive the transition to hybrid power. From the moment it appears, with its razor-thin LED headlights slicing through the mist, its wide fenders flaring like a crouched predator, you know this is different. It's not pretending to be electric. It's not denying its roots. It's embracing both, the elegance of Gaydon and the urgency of tomorrow. Today, we're diving deep into the Valhalla, from its jaw-dropping design to its handcrafted cockpit, from its track-shattering performance to its cutting-edge hybrid tech. We'll explore how fast it goes, how it handles, and whether it can truly carry the legacy of the DB5 into the future. And by the end, you'll know, is this the most important Aston Martin ever built? Or has the brand sacrificed its soul for speed? Let's find out. Let's start with the way it looks, because the Valhalla doesn't just carry on Aston Martin's design language, it redefines it. At first glance, it's unmistakably an Aston. That long hood, the wide stance, the aggressive posture. But everything about it feels evolved. Sharper, lower, more purposeful. The overall length is 183.7 inches, width 79.3, height just 43.9, making it slightly longer and wider than a Ferrari 488, with a roofline that flows into the rear like a missile ready to launch. And with a drag coefficient of just 0.31, it's one of the most aerodynamically efficient supercars Aston Martin has ever built, a key reason it's so stable at high speeds. Up front, you're greeted by the new laser blade LED headlights, a signature Aston Martin design element that pulses with light when you unlock the car. It's not just for show. It houses sensors for driver assistance and adaptive cooling for the battery and motors. On either side are the ultra-slim, full LED headlights, now with dynamic turn signals and animated welcome sequences that light up like a greeting when you approach. The iconic Aston Martin grille is wider, deeper, and more aggressive than ever. Not just for cooling, but as a statement. It's functional, yes, but it's also emotional. A bold declaration that this car means business. Now step back and take in the profile, because this is where the Valhalla truly shines. That long hood, the short rear deck, the scissor doors that swing upward like wings. The doors open with a soft click, revealing frameless windows and flush door handles that pop out when you approach. And look at those wheels, 20-inch forged magnesium alloys in the front, 21-inch in the rear, wrapped in Pirelli P0 Corsa tires, filling the arches perfectly. They're not just stylish, they're lightweight and aerodynamically sculpted, with optional aero covers to further reduce drag. The side profile is defined by two sharp character lines, one high, one low, that run from the front fender all the way to the taillights, creating a sense of motion even when the car is standing still. No clutter, no unnecessary vents, just smooth, flowing surfaces that guide the eye from front to back. And check out the rear quarter windows. They taper into the C-pillar with a subtle crease that echoes Aston Martin's classic design language, but with a more aggressive, performance-oriented execution. Around back, the story continues. You've got a full-width LED light bar, not just a strip, but a dynamic display that animates when you unlock the car and pulses when you brake. The engine cover is transparent, revealing the twin-turbo V8 and the electric motor beneath, a modern-day glass engine cover, like the Vantage of the 2020s. And the rear diffuser? Massive, sculpted, functional. It houses the quad exhaust tips and the rear electric motor's cooling ducts. The license plate is centered, clean, and framed by the wide track. And under the skin, the rear motor and engine are perfectly balanced, giving the car near 41/59 weight distribution, critical for handling and stability. And let's talk presence, because the Valhalla isn't trying to whisper. It's roaring. It's for the collector who values heritage, the tech-forward driver who craves innovation without pretense, and the enthusiast who still believes in the soul of the combustion engine. This is a car for people who care about performance, design, and real-world usability. It's a daily driver with long-distance comfort, a tech showcase that doesn't feel overwhelming, and a vehicle that proves you don't need to be a two-seater to have soul. This isn't just a car, it's a statement. Now let's step inside, because if the exterior is a masterclass in modern aggression, the interior is where Aston Martin truly flexes its muscles. Sliding into the cabin, the first thing you notice is the space. Despite its low roofline, the Valhalla feels huge inside. That's thanks to Aston Martin's new AMR, Aston Martin Racing, platform. Designed from the ground up for high-performance hybrids, with no transmission tunnel, no engine block stealing room. The result? A wheelbase of 105.7 inches. Longer than the outgoing Vantage, which means legroom that's nothing short of first class. Even at 6'3", I had over 5 inches of space between my knees and the front seat. And the ceiling? That panoramic glass roof stretches from the base of the windshield all the way to the rear window, making the cabin feel like a lounge in the sky. The materials? Luxurious, sustainable, and impeccably finished. You've got optional bridge of leather, hand-stitched, soft, rich, and available in onyx black, ivory, or racing green. Or go for the eco-conscious Alcantara weave fabric, made from recycled materials, that feels just as premium. Real open-pore carbon fiber trim on the dash and doors. No fake plastic here. Brushed titanium accents. Every surface you touch feels expensive, tightly assembled and thoughtfully placed. No squeaks, no rattles, just precision craftsmanship that rivals the best in the business. Now look at the dash, because this is where Aston Martin throws down the gauntlet. Dominating the center is the 12.3-inch curved OLED display, a digital instrument cluster, and a central infotainment screen, both seamlessly bonded into a single glass-like surface. It's not just beautiful, it's functional. The interface is clean, responsive, and powered by Aston Martin's latest infotainment software. No lag, no freezing, no hunting through submenus. Climate controls? Always visible at the bottom. Navigation? Crystal clear, with real-time EV routing that factors in elevation, weather, and traffic to maximize range. And here's the genius part. Haptic feedback and voice control work in harmony. When you press a button on the screen, you feel a subtle click. No more guessing if you actually tapped it. And Hey Aston wakes the system instantly. Hey Aston, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey Aston, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen. It even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. Below that, near the center console, is a beautifully crafted aluminum gear selector. Not a stalk, not a dial, but a sculpted piece of art that glows softly when you start the car. It's angled perfectly toward the driver, minimizing glare. And speaking of lighting, the ambient system here is next level. You've got 32 color options, with zones that can be customized independently. Want a soft blue glow on the footwells and a warm amber on the dash? Done. There's even a mood light feature that shifts colors based on driving mode. Cool blue in efficiency, warm red in sport. It's not just mood lighting, it's an experience. Seating. Plush, supportive, and available with heating, ventilation, and massage on higher trims. The front seats are 12-way power adjustable, with excellent bolstering for long drives. In the back, well, there is no back. This is a strict two-seater, true to Aston Martin's supercar roots. But the front seats are so comfortable, so supportive, you won't miss it. And the rear storage area? A small shelf behind the seats, perfect for a helmet or a briefcase. This isn't just a driver's car, it's a driver's sanctuary. Storage? Surprisingly practical for a supercar. There's a deep center console with wireless charging, 2 USB-C ports, and enough room for your phone, wallet, and keys. The door pockets are wide, the glove box is deep, and there's a small frunk up front, about 4.2 cubic feet, enough for a weekend bag or charging cables. For a car this low, it's shockingly livable. Now let's talk tech, because if the design and interior are impressive, the technology is where the Valhalla truly separates itself from the pack. Aston Martin has equipped the Valhalla with one of the most advanced tech suites in its class. And it's all designed to make your life easier, not more complicated. Starting with driver assistance. Aston Martin Adaptive Dynamics combines adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, traffic jam assist, and hands-free highway driving in select regions. It uses a combination of cameras, radar, and ultrasonic sensors to deliver confident, smooth automation. It can handle lane changes, on-ramp merging, and even stop-and-go traffic with near-human intuition. And if you take your hands off the wheel too long, a gentle chime reminds you to stay focused, no harsh disengagements. But it's not just about automation, it's about connectivity. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto? Fully supported, both wireless. Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, all standard. You can update the car's software while you sleep, adding new features, improving performance, or enhancing safety without ever visiting a dealership. Aston Martin has already rolled out multiple major updates since launch, improving everything from voice recognition to battery management. Voice control. Hey Aston wakes the system instantly, and it understands natural speech. Hey Aston, lower the temperature and play some jazz. Done. Hey Aston, find the nearest charging station with restrooms. On screen. It even recognizes multiple user profiles, so the car knows who's driving and adjusts seating, mirrors, and preferences automatically. And then there's the Aston Martin Connected app, your digital key and command center. Lock or unlock the car from your phone. Precondition the cabin before you get in. Monitor charging status. Activate the welcome lighting sequence. You can even honk the horn or flash the lights if you're trying to find it in a crowded parking lot. It's seamless, intuitive, and deeply integrated. One of the coolest features? The welcome light sequence. When you approach the car, the headlights and taillights animate in sync, the doors unlock silently, and the interior glows to life, all without pressing a button. It's not just convenient, it's emotional. It makes you feel like the car is happy to see you. And for those who love personalization, the Valhalla lets you save multiple driving profiles, customize screen layouts, and even set preferred charging times to take advantage of off-peak electricity rates. This isn't just a car, it's a smart, connected lifestyle device. Now let's get to the heart of the matter, performance. Because all the luxury and tech in the world mean nothing if the car doesn't deliver when you stomp the throttle. And here, the Aston Martin Valhalla doesn't just deliver, it detonates. Under the skin, you've got a hybrid powertrain, a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 mounted midship, combined with a rear-mounted electric motor and a compact battery pack under the floor. Total output? A staggering 1,000 horsepower and 738 lb-ft of torque. That's more than a McLaren P1, and it's a mid-engine supercar. And because it's hybrid, the electric motor delivers instant torque off the line, while the twin-turbo V8 builds to a scream that sends chills down your spine. And the numbers? They're mind-bending. The Valhalla hits 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. Top speed? 217 miles per hour, electronically limited, of course. And it does it all with a calm, almost eerie composure. There's no drama, no wheel spin, no lurching, just a relentless surge of acceleration that pins you to the seat. It's not violent, it's authoritative. But it's not just about straight-line speed. The handling? Razor-sharp. The Valhalla gets adaptive suspension with rear-wheel steering, up to 5 degrees of counterphase steering at low speeds for tighter turns, and in-phase at high speeds for stability. The result? A car that feels smaller than it is, dancing through corners with precision and balance. The steering is weighted perfectly, not too light, not too heavy, with real feedback coming through the wheel. And the brakes? Massive carbon ceramic discs, bringing this 3,650-pound beast to a stop from 60 miles per hour in just 97 feet. That's supercar territory. And the best part? It's comfortable. Even in Sport Plus mode, the ride is supple, soaking up bumps and imperfections without crashing or jittering. Switch to GT mode, and it glides over the road like a magic carpet. There's no noise, no tire hum, no wind whistle. Just the distant howl of the turbos and the subtle whir of the electric motor. It's serene, calming, and yet, at any moment, you can unleash pure fury with a flick of your right foot. In real-world driving, it's a dream. On the highway, it's whisper quiet, with minimal wind or road noise. The suspension soaks up expansion joints and potholes without drama. In the city, it's easy to maneuver despite its size, thanks to tight turning circles and excellent visibility. And on twisty back roads, it handles with surprising poise. Body roll is minimal, turn-in is sharp, and the all-wheel drive system keeps you planted through corners. This isn't just a long-range cruiser. It's a genuinely engaging driver's car. Now, let's talk about the battery. Because what good is all this power if you can't use it without constantly plugging in? The Valhalla packs a 7.5 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack. Not designed for long-range EV driving, but for performance, efficiency, and silent city cruising. It supports plug-in charging via a CCS port, with a range of up to 20 miles on electric power alone. But the real magic is in the hybrid system. The electric motor assists the V8 during acceleration, reduces turbo lag, and enables silent driving in urban areas. It also powers the active suspension and rear-wheel steering systems, improving response and efficiency. Charging speed? 0 to 80% in under 28 minutes on a 7.4 kilowatts Level 2 charger. It uses the CCS standard, but Aston Martin is expected to offer a free adapter for Tesla's NACS network, meaning you can plug into the vast majority of superchargers across the US. And with the upcoming integration into the Tesla network, Valhalla owners will have access to over 15,000 chargers nationwide. No range anxiety here, just freedom. Now, let's be real, no car is perfect. So let's break down the pros, the cons, and how it stacks up against the competition. 3 major pros. First, the performance. The Valhalla is one of the quickest production supercars ever built, a true halo car for the hybrid age. Second, the design. The Valhalla is arguably the most striking mid-engine coupe on the market, sleek, aggressive, and timeless. Third, the heritage. This is Aston Martin's first hybrid supercar, a spiritual successor to the DBR1, built for the modern era. Now the cons. 1. The price. Starting at over $1.2 million, this isn't a car for the masses. It's for collectors and enthusiasts. 2. The fuel economy. While the hybrid system helps, the twin-turbo V8 still drinks fuel, around 14 mpg city, 20 highway, a trade-off for raw emotion. And the competition? The Ferrari SF90 Stradale offers more power and a wilder design, but it lacks the refinement and daily usability of the Valhalla. The McLaren Artura is lighter and more track-focused, but it's less luxurious. The Lamborghini Revuelto is more aggressive, but it's heavier and less balanced. So where does the Valhalla win? In balance. It's the only car that combines Aston Martin's legendary elegance with hybrid efficiency and track-shattering performance. It beats the SF90 in refinement. It outshines the Artura in luxury. But it lacks the third-row seating of an SUV, and it's not for everyone. So, final verdict? The Aston Martin Valhalla, the 1,000-horsepower hybrid supercar, isn't just a great car, it's a landmark achievement. It proves that a British Grand Tourer can be luxurious, efficient, powerful, and stunningly beautiful, all at once and without compromise. It's for the driver who wants the pinnacle of British engineering without sacrificing excitement. For the tech enthusiast who craves innovation. For the collector who wants something rare, special, and historic. But is it for everyone? No. If you need over 300 miles of range, if you're on a tight budget, or if you're not ready to embrace a high-performance hybrid, this might not be your car. But if you want the perfect blend of aggression, style, and soul, the Valhalla is as close as it gets to automotive perfection. So, what do you think? Is this the most exciting supercar of the decade? Would you trade the V8 roar for hybrid power and efficiency? Or would you wait for a fully electric Aston? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what car you want reviewed next.